Hello everybody, Philip here from Chiang Mai in northern Thailand, and today I'm talking about love and self-love, because we've arrived at L in my A to Z series of learning to develop and love yourself. So usually for these letters, and as I say, we've got up to L, so recently, the recent ones, I've done self-inquiry, self-journaling and self-knowledge, and self-knowledge is huge. But self-love is huge as well, and perhaps, for me, perhaps this is the source. And for most of the previous letters, I've made some notes and jotted some ideas, and I've talked to you using those as a guide. But today, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to talk off the cuff about self-love. Because obviously, if you've ever thought about love, it's not quite as simple as what it's portrayed as in songs and popular culture. Now, self-love, some people may consider, oh, that person just loves themselves, you know, in an ego way, in a narcissistic way. We're not talking about that kind of love. That's not the real love. It is a love because that's what people understand love to be, where you want others to love you, you want others to praise you, you want others to, you're wanting others to do something towards you. Now, the love that many people have written about and discovered upon reflection is not the desiring kind of love. It is that I am love and I love life. I'm not waiting for somebody to give it to me. I have it. And I'm sharing it out there, and I'm relating myself to what's out there. Now, I'm a nature lover. So I go out and I look at the trees and I feel like a glorious feeling inside me. And we can give it this four-letter word if you want, love. So firstly, the love we're talking about is that I am love, or I have love in me kind of love, not, oh, I want you to fall in love with me, I want you to love me, you don't love me, oh, that's no good, I hate you, blah, blah, blah. So this is not the dependency kind, this is the liberation kind, because you don't need anybody else to give you permission to love. You are the love, or you give it out, or because you are the love, you can then share it. So self-love, now this is really important to think about, because all humans, in my view, are naturally wanting friends and naturally wanting to love and be loved and to feel good. This is and friendly. You know, I've done a lot of traveling, and wherever I go, humans are automatically friendly. We only face problems when somebody comes at us for some reason, or we go at somebody else for some reason. And this comes back to our schooling and upbringing, which is not conducive to happy, healthy, loving human beings. If I am to love you and to give you my love and to want you to be happy and healthy, if I am to give you the time of my day, if I'm to give you presents and to share my life with you, I can't do that if I don't like myself or if I don't love myself. However I subconsciously view myself, that is how I view you out there. How I relate to you out there is a mirror and a reflection upon how I view and relate to myself. But I can't see that relationship until I sit here and become aware of it. And this is what my whole self-series is designed to do, is to increase your awareness so that you can start thinking of yourself. And when we realize what this self is, we come to know who we are, and then we're in a position to be healthy, happy, and harmonious. And it begins with self-love, self-respect, and so on. Now, when I'm teaching, it's very important for me with my adult students, but it doesn't matter if they're adolescents or children. It's very important, it's essential that I immediately, automatically respect every student. I speak my truth. I speak from my heart. I speak with love because I've looked in at myself. And this immediately builds trust and builds a relationship with everybody in the classroom, and they reciprocate. So what I'm saying here is that if you want other people to love you, and it's a natural enough desire, it comes from my ego, the best way to have other people to love you is for you to love them. But you can't love them until you've learned to love yourself. So if we start feeling guilty about things we've done, if we start feeling ashamed, if we're stuck in that loop of fear and anxiety and all those negative emotions, it's because, and it leads into, a lack of self-love. We don't know who we are, and we don't know who the self is, what the self is. As soon as we respect ourselves and love ourselves, we will not hurt ourselves and harm ourselves, and we will not want to hurt or harm other people, and we won't let other people harm us. I have self-respect. Now, if you call me, whatever you say about me, whether it's to my face or behind my back, and I learn about it, I've got two options, two good options. Number one, just ignore you, get out of my life. Not interested. What you say about me is your business, not mine. It's your responsibility. And the other one, if the context demands it, is that I tackle you. Not violently. I say, what do you mean? Why are you saying that? How did you come to that conclusion? And you ask questions and put them on the spot, because they won't be able to answer. But of course, if you've done something not very nice, and you come to realize this, then okay, if we have self-respect, we will genuinely want to apologize, and we will apologize to that person for hurting them. And everybody knows that when a genuine apology comes, that fixes whatever problem existed. So I think the message of self-love is that the world out there looks and seems to be the world that we have within us. And in the schools, for 12 years in schools, nobody teaches us to look inside. Everything's external authority, everything's out there, all the answers are out there, all the authority, all the intelligence, all the knowledge, everything's out there, it's not in us. So we don't learn to look within. What's inside you? This is what this self-series is. So when I say self-love, and I think we'll come to an end here, when I say self-love, that is love of the self. So if we're going to love our self, what or who is our the self? In my book, the answer to who you are is 5DL, which stands for 5 dimensions of life. And this is the self, this is who you are. You are the body, and the mind, and the soul, and the whole environment outside of your skin. You'll know that comes to 4. The 5th one is that in order to understand it better, I divide the mind into 2 minds. So in fact, if we want to know who we are, who the self is, according to my understanding, it's body, ego mind, intelligence mind, so that's E mind and I mind, soul, and the whole external environment. And you are not separate to the external environment. You are intricately interconnected with the world out there. So we have a physical self. We have a mental self, we have an emotional self, we have a psychological self, and we have a spiritual self. While it's easy to see them separately, they don't exist separately. We are one holistic whole. So in fact, the self is your skin-covered organism, which contains different departments, which all work holistically. So what we learn here is if we can't love ourselves, the body suffers, the spirit suffers, and the mind suffers, and then everybody out there suffers because everything's interlinked. Do you see how it works? So when we recognize that everything's interconnected, then we can start to see who we really are. And when we really know who we really are, why are we going to hurt ourselves? Why are we going to disrespect ourselves? Why are we going to hate ourselves? Why are we going to feel guilty, ashamed? All those things. What's the point? Because if I feel negative about myself, I'm giving out negative vibrations and negative energy to you and the whole world around me. On the flip side, if I've gained a whole load of energy from listening to my sweet reggae music, or I've been out in the mountains, or walking along the riverbank, or in the forest, I'm filled with good energy, and if you happen by me, you will receive and feel and see my positive energy, and you'll feel positive. So, self-love is actually, it's two things. It's knowing who you are, and when you know who you are, you will choose nothing but love. So self-love, perhaps, and again, I didn't plan this, but self-love is perhaps the recognition of who you are. Then self-love is unleashed within you. Your human essence has arisen like a phoenix from the ashes. And now, because you love yourself, you would never want to hurt somebody else. Because if you do, you're hurting yourself. And if you love yourself, why are you going to hurt yourself? Doesn't work, does it? There you go. There's self-love, off the cuff. It's not completely off the cuff. The book that I wrote, Menu for a Spiritual Revolution, Health, Harmony and Happiness, I spent 8 years writing that. So that was about 3,000 days of thinking about life every day. Anyway, if that's of interest to you, I'll put that in the link below. There's my free ebook, which is the education book about educating yourself and learning about who you are as well. And then if you like my videos and you like my content and writing, sign up to my email list, which again, there's a link below, and you'll get my free ebook, you'll get a video, and then every time I make one of these videos, they come straight to you, and every Monday my blogs go out to my subscribers. And if you're interested in my work, look out in 2023, because I'm coming gunning for the world. With my online courses and all my ebooks, and everything is designed to help you love yourself. Bye-bye.